Okay, hello guys, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the new guns that have really good potential, are within the timeline, and by the way, they are in the 1800s, so I think these guns are very early made, so it could definitely fit in the timeline. So, first up, we got a gun that I think is probably going to be never added because of how OP it is. The Gurnionen air rifle. The Girardoni air rifle, yeah. It's basically a gun made in the 1780s, which is within the timeline of the lore of Guts and Blackpowder timeline. Let me just switch that up. And as you can see, it is 1812, the first map. This is 1780. Its production was made during 1780 to 1790. Very rare weapon, but they did add the cavalry artillery pistol, horse artillery pistol. People call it the hack, but I think that's stupid, so I just call it horse gun. It should be called the horse gun. So this gun is a 20-round air rifle, and it's basically it's a repeater. It's not as strong, but it's really OP because it's a 20-round. It says here 20 balls, but I highly doubt that. I think it holds like 7 to 14, around that. It's just generally and also the reload isn't the quickest, like as you can see. Here's the pump. This is what it takes when you're reloading the buttstock. The buttstock has the air container. It takes around 1500 in German, so it said. So you have to pump this up and down 1500 times just to fill the air magazine. And they also got extra buttstocks, and then quick loaders, like 20 metal balls in these like tubes that could just open up, and that's how much it pretty works. As you can see, this is how they load it in. He pushes the thing in, it loads the ball in here, he pushes it out, so it loads it back into the thing, he shoots it with the air pressure, and it does it again. You can do that around 4 to 5 seconds, so it's pretty much a very quick firing gun with pretty high magazine capacity. Pretty sure no one has been talking about this. There might be a Guts and Blackpowder comment, which I don't think there is, because this video is very old, 10 years. That's just how old this gun is. And I think would be a very good gun to use during the just ignore my history here. Where is it? There it is. He shoots it. As you can see, he's using some like light rifles. These are, and then I think that's the, yeah, it's also very quiet, as you can see. And this is made during the period of 1780, 1790. And this does fit very well into the timeline. Some of these were made, I'm not sure how many copies were made. I heard that Napoleon himself carries it, but I'm not sure. It's just generally a really good weapon, you can see. This is a replica, by the way. So OP Guts and Blackpowder weapon can be modified if you could potentially just cut the barrel off. That's just a theory. A Guts and Blackpowder theory. Now, if you guys are thinking, well, a repeating rifle seems cool. Well, what else? You got like, you can definitely see there's 2 other guns. This one's definitely spoiled. What's a perdition to conspiracy? Well, guess what? Guts and Blackpowders last update, they added double barrel pistol. Next update, they add the horse gun. They both have double barrels, as you can tell. Horse artillery is stronger, it's more penetration and damage. So there's no harm in adding a 14 barrel flintlock rifle. That sounds like a double knock barrel gun. And just look at this. It has two actions. You could shoot two knock guns at the same time, or you can shoot one at a time. And they're both rifled. They are not the knock gun, same model. They are rifled, not smoothbore. So this has insane damage. It is rifled. Listen to it. Rifled. As accurate, if not slightly less or even more accurate than the rifle in the game. Of course, it's going to lead to a lot of recoil. So I think it would be really good if they change the damage to the same as, rebalance it to the same as the rifle. I also think all the guns should have the aim sight. Because Blood and Iron, just amazing game. I don't play it a lot. It's because I'm not really into PvP, sadly. Let me play the video while I'm talking. You can see that. Look. 1793. 1793. 1793. 1812 subtracted by 1793. If it's not negative, or not a zero, or at least a decade older, that is definitely a valid excuse for this gun. Oh, I swallowed that. I'll just black it out. Or I won't. I'm too lazy. It's just an amazing gun. Not a double volley gun style. Rifle. Look how beautiful this is. Do you see that? Only one made in the world. It's a replica. One thing to mention. I know you guys are like, bro, stop pausing the video, stop yapping. I just want to let you all know that I'm a veteran in the game. Just to prove it to you, there's probably a bug that almost none of you know. Back when the game wasn't even Guts and Blackpowder, it was just the Guts and Blackpowder that was blacklisted because they moved it to a different game. And that one did not have frank currency at all. Not even map voting. Map voting was until like the 4th map added, or 5th. I don't know if they added 2 maps after Vardo. Vardo is the 3rd map in the game created. Vardo used to have a slowdown effect in the snow, which was the first ever effect in the game before bandages, before the blessing. And in Hogmunt, there was no it was not revamped. It was revamped after the Halloween update. Before that, there was a very, very OP bug where if you go into the, let me search it up. Hogmunt. Go to the Blackpowder, of course it's this. Okay, so if I search it up, as you can see, you can go into this house, go to the 2nd floor, and there will be a table right here with some chairs. If you stand on the table, the pathfinding can't find you, so instead, they all try to kill you from the 1st floor. They're all under you while you're on the table on the 2nd floor. infinite waves, but they patched it up because they obviously saw their pathfinding was more stupid than the one today. Now I'm going to carry on to the video because I'm pretty sure none of you guys care. And yes, it is 2:55 in the morning. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Ludicrous. Look, it even has a handle. Less recoil. And if you want the links, here it is. There's the link for this. There's the link for this. And then there's other link before that. And my history, it works out. Dupe and Company. It does say on there, 17 something. I'm pretty sure you guys get it. Also, another cool thing, there's a really cool reloading thing, so you don't reload all the RAM mods one at a time. So there's actually a solution to that. And they also have 3 sights, by the way. So you could choose which one to shoot, so I think they should add ADS and they could swap between the sights. That would be really cool. Left one for the accuracy to the left barrel, right one for the accuracy to the right barrel, and then the middle barrel for both shots, or if you just want to not even check. A solution. They have speed loaders in the Neopolic era, where you can reload 7 rifle barrels at once. Powder throw. Powder speed loader. That's where you put in the powder. This is where you put in the powder. Just imagine you could probably reload your knock, the powder, in like 8 seconds or less. True. Putting the balls in is easier. Yeah. True. You can take off the barrels, you heard me. So that's all I'm going to show you. Pretty sure you guys are getting pretty tired. The video recording is around 13 minutes. Yeah, I know. I'll release a glitch video soon. More about that later. And then we have the 1800s pocket pistol. This is probably a really good gun for the classes who don't have guns, or another utility. There's like no utilities in the game at all. In the game. For, like, I think this gun should be able, like, maybe twice, or like thrice, or like 2/3 the power of the flintlock, if not double barrel pistol. And maybe you shouldn't even be able to reload, you just shoot it once. Like that. Early to mid 1800s. I'm not sure exactly what time this was created in, but maybe you guys might find it. This definitely looks possible to make in Guts and Blackpowder. And just before we end the video, I'm gonna list a couple of ideas in the game in Microsoft Paint. Okay, first of all, we got the bandage. We already have bandages in the game, but I think we should turn into a utility that you can actually use. You get it. So I think it's just a bandage, but you have a utility. It could work like the water bucket, where you have one charge instead of 3, and then just heals up. It goes up very slowly. Or it could just be like the grenade, where you have to wait for the 3 charges to get ready, and then you can use it. Or maybe it could just like reset every wave, or you can have multiple uses. I don't care. I think they should make a bandage part of the game, just heavily nerfed, but pretty useful. Like if you don't have surgeons in the game, this works well. And plus, you have to decide between like some health or some grenades. But as of right now, grenades are pretty OP. Lantern does nothing, and water bucket is very situational. So next up, we have the oh shoot, I'm gonna make my pen bigger. I'll just make another. Okay, I'll save that. Oh shoot, no. Just ignore my storage. Next up, we have the, I kind of forgot, let me think. There is another item I thought we could use. I'll skip over that for now. I think one important class to add into the game is the Bannerman class, where he holds a big banner of said country, let's say France. Of course, I'm just going to draw the France flag because I'm too lazy to draw any other flag. Of course, the France flag could just be white, but this is France, as you can tell. France. This is the France flag. And they'll just be very high, and this guy would be holding it. Of course, he would be bigger or smaller, depending on how big the flag is realistically. He could use this to, like, warp the enemy like this, or he could use some kind of, like, color flag where there's a spike on the top, and he could just spike it through people, like, just like the pike and musket. So I think that would be pretty cool. You could either slam it onto them, or you could just shoot it into them, which would take time to prepare. I think it would work very well, where you have to press X to do the dash like the musket, and if you just don't do that, it will just be an all directional attack that does the same thing that goes down. Or if you really want, you could also do like the sides, which would be really cool, and then you wouldn't really have to do X, because you could just do up, down, left, right, and just, that works. Well, you might be saying, what does the flag guy do? You could just list a lot of, just like morale boost, maybe like morale, speed, like as in walking speed, maybe melee damage. No, that's the buggle. I don't want to copy things like the buggle. Just anything really. You could think of anything for the pros. You just hold out a big flag, and everyone gets buffed around them. I think resistance would work well. Resistance. Where you would take less damage, which would actually be very situational. Trust me, resistance, there is no resistance in the game except harm. So that is the Bannerman idea I have. And then there's one more idea I have. I know that your retention span is not good. If yours is good, thank you. This is a very random video. I'm not editing this at all because I do not have the time to edit. I fail to edit every video, even though I do decent editing. So then, just to think, you know what, I'm gonna make one off my mind right now. Actually, I was playing a game called Tabs, and it would be pretty cool if the officer had a third, well, ranged gun. It could also just be that gun, but that wouldn't work well. I could reload faster, but just not very situational. There's two things I think the officer should have. Maybe not the gun, but definitely the second option. First option is you guessed it, it's the blunderbuss pistol. It's a flintlock pistol, whatever it is, where it shoots like a, blunderbuss, but it's transformed into a flintlock. It's more compact and reloaded quicker. But in result, you get way more spread, less damage, maybe even less pellets, less range. It's in general just a very close ranged gun. That would definitely do very well against zappers. Zappers would get destroyed. So I think this should be one of the longer sides of the reloads, but still quicker than the blunderbuss. Maybe slightly quicker than the musket, or just whatever. Second option, it's already in the game, it's called the heavy saber. There's a thing called a heavy saber's officer thing. I was going to show you in Roblox, but I guess I'm disconnected. So if you just do /give heavy saber, just heavy saber, not HS, I'm just going to say that. And then you say off, actually no, just say off, it's called officer's heavy saber. You get a saber that not only it's just a normal saber, but also has the little officer charge. When it gets full, you can charge with it. You could go through zombies. Honestly, I do see why they didn't want to add this into the game, because just think of it. Officers that give themselves the charge ability with a charging weapon is just way too strong. And the heavy saber is already OP. Before it was the hand axe, and then honestly now no one uses the hand axe except the Seaman class, which is pretty humiliating. It's kind of sad. So I think it would be pretty cool if we added the double barrel knock gun, the maybe blunderbuss pistol, just add a bit more content to the officers, and then the repeating the air rifle would do very good infantry class, because the infantry needs all the guns. The little cool pocket pistol and bandages and a new Bannerman class, or not even just a Bannerman class. It would actually be really cool. And yes, I did try to type Bannerman. It would be really cool if the banner was actually a thing you buy in the shop for the infantry. That would be very cool. So that is all my ideas in the... Well, actually I have one more idea, I just remembered. Yes, I do have too many ideas for the game, because not only my playtime for the game is 139, just behind Noobs in Combat and those who remain. Not only that, but I'm a veteran and everything. I don't want to brag, but I don't know. So the last item we could use is a Molotov. Not a Molotov, but the lantern. You know the igniter? He has a lantern he throws at people. It makes big fires. Well, wouldn't it be cool if you could use your own lantern at them to make a big fire against the zombies? Well, this wouldn't work very well, but honestly I could see this maybe working. So the first problem would be, what is it called? Killing other people. When there's a person here, and then you have your little lantern, you could just like, hey, look, I could show you a magic trick. Throw it at the person, put them on fire, deplete their health a bit. That would be the best situation. The worst situation, it would go on the ground, it would be scarying, and no one could get to him because not enough of the people have water buckets, and he's just way too deep into the fire for everyone to save him. or anyone to stay home. That's a pretty bad thing, especially if, and plus you can't really make fires immune to soldiers unless you're going to do that. Make fires just, or whatever, just like that. And also you wouldn't have to add the a new lantern, because you already got the Halloween lantern, so you could just give that the ability to throw it, and you could just do it so it doesn't regenerate. You have to reset, or it does regenerate, because if it doesn't, lots of people are going to reset, and that's a really bad situation for Franks. And there's one last thing I want in the game. I know this has been added just to make life easier for everyone, but please bring in the option to turn on barricade collision. If you didn't know, back in the old versions, version old, you would collide with the barricades so that you wouldn't go through. Same with the sappers. And then the newer versions, new version, you could go through the barricades, but the sapper can't. Sapper, no. No sapper. Sapper cannot go through barricades. And I'm not sure if you can or cannot. I'm pretty sure in the very new versions, the newer versions, that is today, everyone can walk through the barricades no matter what, except the zombies themselves. And of course, the barricades would be very fun because you could jump onto them and parkour into stuff. It would be very fun. Knock jumping would be very fun as well. It's just, I don't know what to say. This is a very big video. So I hope by the time you see this, you guys realize that my fan has been interrupting my audio input capture sound, and that hopefully your attention span has been able to bring you all the way to the end of this video, because you are a proper human being who can listen through my rant, because I'm just giving out ideas. I'm tired, and I just see these weird YouTubers who over-edit their videos. Maybe not, maybe they do. They're old, like, anime style people. It's weird. I honestly don't understand why anime is so popular. If you don't know me, I do not use anime. I do not like anime. And all the anime games on Roblox are the same. So if you're bored of anime games, you're bored of all the anime games. It's simple as that. So, that's the end of the video. I'll do more researching. I'll show you guys the glitches I've done in got some Blackpowder, which does include night vision and instant rotation of cannon that another YouTuber has shown me. And as of right now, I'm trying to find new game-breaking glitches that could possibly just be unfair. And maybe I'll find a glitch that no one else can realize you're doing, but you're using it to your advantage. Like maybe you can't get grappled or something, but that's just another video. That's probably not gonna happen. Well, you're about to hit the 30-minute mark.